Hello everyone, I'll show you a fascinating solitary horror flick today. A strange jungle has stranded these lovers. However, the two did not anticipate that their bizarre encounter would begin. Jack and Lucy are planning their outdoor honeymoon. The automobile passed 3 streets and a bit more in the other way without Jack noticing. He avoided a crash by driving quickly. After stepping out of his automobile, he was perplexed since he forgot where he came from. Lucy, his wife, felt reassured because a road sign indicated that a petrol station was ahead. They readily reached the convenience shop at the petrol station within a few clicks. He learned he was an elderly guy with amnesia while looking for a sugar vendor. The wife left in anger. She explained her husband had amnesia and requested Jack's wife not to be frustrated. The owner was excited to tell them of a straight mountain route to Vinloy, a popular tourist destination, that might save them a few hundred kilometers. Due to the lack of service in the highlands, Jack was thrilled to hear it and quickly rode down the path. They drove after buying a bag of food to thank them. The owner instructed them to drive swiftly on that route. However, they had no idea that this choice would start their nightmare. Jack had to turn right in the middle of the road after driving for a bit. Luckily, it was fast and didn't harm the vehicle. Jack cursed, got out of the vehicle, and moved the obstruction. He returned to his seat to see blood on the vehicle and his wife acting strangely. He woke up to find everything normal. Jack decided to snooze since he was exhausted. Though apprehensive, he drove. He soon encountered a homeless man who was wearing a shirt that was tucked beneath his armpits. Jack stopped the vehicle to ask for directions, but he didn't anticipate the homeless guy panicking and yelling to hurry back. Jack's wife instantly drove away, thinking they had encountered a maniac. Lucy ran to warn her husband to stop the vehicle before seeing the homeless man's shadow. She wanted a place to use the restroom since it was snowing and she was terrified to take off her clothing. Jack watched his wife vanish in the wilderness and waited for her for a long time. It looked like a shadow in the fog. A blast of wind from the roadside appeared as the person approached. Jack sensed trouble. When he returned, he heard a sound behind him. He turned around to see the car's back window open again. He pictured his wife going back to her seat after he had seen no shadow. Lucy ran to tell Jack about the lunatic in the forest. Lucy started the vehicle and left before her husband answered. Jack wondered what his wife saw in the woodland. Lucy, who was terrified to speak, reported that she heard a weird noise and saw several huge trees shaking. Jack believed having a maniac in the forest was typical. Therefore, driving home would be safe. Shortly after, he felt uneasy. Lucy forgot the past. Even the homeless guy on her way forgot. Her memories stopped before this moment. Jack panicked, whining a few syllables into the speakers. Who would have guessed that Lucy would be afraid in just a few minutes? The two princesses faced the old parking lot again. They had roamed the hills for a while. Jack remembers distinctly moving the parking lot out of the way. Lucy was just woozy. A woman covered in blood arrived on the road. Lucy yelled while rushing. This is when he understood everything he saw was an illusion. After a few minutes, they saw the old parking lot again. The two were absolutely perplexed this time. Did Jack and his companion loop back after encountering the ghost? Jack carefully surveyed the landscape, but as he stepped out of the automobile, the sky darkened. They both recalled it was afternoon. Jack looked about with a flashlight. The route revealed no yellowed automobiles. They drove an automobile with the same code. Blood fell on the side of the road as they were shocked. A blood stain was visible in the sunshine on the tree trunk. Somebody in the dark stabbed Jack as he prepared to take his wife. The two rushed to the vehicle and hopped in. Jack yelled and hit the person in the dark. He didn't anticipate that the other person would do more than just clutch the hood. Jack panicked, evading the automobile, sprinting away, and staring at the black figure shaking the car. Seeing his wife shivering with anxiety, he could only tell her to relax. Who would have believed Kim would be that desperate the next second? Lucy was furious out of fear. She argued against a blind date with Jack. Jack was about to respond when the figure in the shadows reappeared. Since the vehicle wouldn't start, they had to jump out in run.at that time. The opposite side of the road's light turned on. An automobile honked softly. The man in the dark instantly shifted his focus. Jack rushed to pull his wife out of the vehicle. Waiting for the black guy to understand it was too late. Both were in the dark for a while. They survived the pursuit by hiding behind a tree. There was evidence that the shadowy figure had left. They couldn't wait and return to the main road. Something unusual occurred again the following second. Even the past faded from memory. The roadside automobile didn't dare verify whether it was mine. While searching for the vehicle key, Jack accidentally witnessed a close-up of his wife with another guy. They fought fiercely for it. Lucy was upset the person departed, but Jack calmed her in the vehicle. Jack re-examined the photo. The man in the automobile wasn't himself. He was preparing to leave the automobile to follow his wife. The darkness struck him. Jack woke up to find himself and his wife immobile on the ground. He spotted the black guy steadying him from afar. The enemies would also eat him, he knew. So he apologized to his wife. As Lucy was still unable to forgive him, the person in the dark bound her neck and planned to stab her in the stomach. The person in the dark fell when a man whacked him in the head. The homeless guy they encountered on the street was the same one who attacked Lucy. Jack has liberated his wife from the dark man's spirit. Lucy was fascinated by the event. The homeless guy said this woodland was troublesome. It caused temporary memory loss and an infinite time loop. The homeless guy was disoriented and stuck inside. He has tried everything but failed to flee throughout the years. After accidentally passing a newspaper, he lost his memories. Even Jack's wife didn't recall, so they fled. They took the mountain route out of the woodland because they couldn't believe the homeless guy. Jack vowed to flee this terrible area if he found the gasoline. They observed another Lucy just finish using the restroom when they walked over a hill. Jack noticed something and fled off the road. Another version of him appeared near the automobile. He hurriedly snatched it up and hurled it from a bush. When the other party checked the area, Jack hid in the rear seat of the automobile and stole gasoline to keep warm. Conversely, Lucy's celebrity version appeared worried. She went to the roadside vehicle after hearing Jack run away, thinking she had encountered a monster. Finally, Jack's wife and spouse woke up. Another version of themselves may have generated the bizarre roadside sights. Both packed the vehicle and drove to the front. Jack observed the weird figure from afar at night. So he quickly punched the button to get the unknown man's attention. Jack wants his star saved. Lucy had an idea to breach the rule and break the endless cycle after seeing the other person repeat his experience. They decided to keep walking in case the automobile reversed and they could escape the jungle. Jack realized he should instantly enter reverse and drive backwards. After the storm, Jack had to stop the automobile again because he and Lucy had lost their memory and were stranded in the middle of the day. Their focus on the chaos overshadowed their escape plan. Lucy desired medication from the box after seeing Jack's scar and seeing the other party replicate her experience. She suddenly discovered a hidden knife inside a backpack. The unknown guy didn't wear this gear, right? Lucy was stunned. Could the strange guy have spied on her? Jack exclaimed, "You're insane. That mystery guy must be spying on you, right?" Lucy has gone insane, so he can only recover and leave the automobile. Jack intended to clarify a few phrases, but the unknown guy was holding the knife near to him, so he ran into the forest in terror. Lucy had calmed down and stepped out of the vehicle to breathe the woodland air when a knife slashed her belly. Lucy finally noticed the other party's face as she collapsed. A distinct version of herself emerged. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Just then, Jack, her husband, returned. He raced to shove Lucy off the car's back. Taking the knife, he took the other party immediately. Lucy suffered only minor injuries, ensuring her safety. Somebody attacked Jack from behind as he prepared to get his wife in the vehicle. Another strange guy emerged unexpectedly while waiting for the other party to approach. Jack discovered the assailant was his alter ego. The husband and wife knew the two mystery men who had just appeared were the other versions they had chosen by looking into the other party's eyes. If they had fought and not reconciled, Jack would have become a significant celebrity. However, knowing this wouldn't help. Star Jack tied Lucy's legs with rope. Her heart sank as she recalled Jack hanging from the tree. Jack quickly raised a knife, sliced the unknown man's neck, and then lit his body on fire. The star falling in the flames brought back all Jack's memories. He restarted the vehicle and drove hard on the mountain road. The black sky changed swiftly as time passed. A kiss awakened Jack from a glittering light. The automobile stopped at the junction of the main road and the mountain road. The person was thrilled to see his wife dead in the chair. Jack despairs and grabs a stick to proceed to the woodland road. At that moment, he realized that the homeless man he had encountered was actually another version of himself. He attempted to stop the group from advancing further to avoid causing another disaster. The whole drive-back movie is here. Jack may not have realized his final option was the start of another catastrophe. Be optimistic, enjoy the now, and look forward to the future. Subscribe, like, and push the notification bell to get the newest movies.